All right, so to start, we are working on steps. So steps are when you're in a kicking stance and you step forward and switch which leg is in front, or you step back and switch which leg is in front. So there's 3 steps to this. Number 1, I'm in my kicking stance. Number 2, I bring my feet really close together and pivot so that my toes face forward. So first my toes are going sideways, and then my toes go forward, and my feet come together, and then my toes point that way. So you're switching sides. So let's try that together a few times. So show me a kicking stance, and then pivot and bring your feet together, toes forward, and then step forward. And pivot, step in the middle, and pivot back. Kicking stance in the back, step to the middle, feet together, and step forward. Kicking stance in front, and middle, and back, middle, front, middle, back. Good job. Now let's try the other side. So switch your feet, other foot in front, toes face to one side, kicking stance, and then bring your feet together, toes forward, and pivot the rest of the way into front kicking stance. Pivot, back, pivot, front, pivot, back, pivot, front. All right, now let's do a couple. Can everybody turn sideways so they're in a kicking stance and your chest and your belt are pointed at your camera? That you're walking that way. Excellent. So now let's try the whole thing. Step, pivot, step back, pivot. Let's do 10. Ready, go. 1, and back, 2, and back, 3, and back, 4, and back, 5, and back. Good job. Now switch stances. Put your other leg in front, so you're stepping with your other leg. Ready, go. 1, 2, and back, 3, and back, 4, and back, 5.
Kristen, will you join us?
6, and back. Good job. Right. So let's see. Let's try something. I drew you guys some pretty pictures, and let's see if I can show you them. I think I want this one. Can you guys see that?
That's beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am. I thought you would enjoy this opportunity to poke fun at my lovely art. So this is a kicking stance, right? You've seen that before? So when you want to step forward, what you're going to do is you're going to push off of your back leg. So I made that leg green to show that you're pushing off of that leg. So that's step 1. Step 2, you're going to pivot and bring your feet close together. And then step 3, you're going to land in a kicking stance again, and you're going to push with your front leg, which is the same as your back leg. You switched your back leg to your front leg, and then you're going to push on the ground to stop your hips as quickly as you started them. So what happens if you don't push with your front leg? So if you push off with your back leg, and then you don't catch yourself, this is what happens. Is this a good kicking stance? No, it's bad. What's wrong with that? Is your weight in the middle, or is your weight all on your front foot?
All on your
All on your front. So you want to land like this. Is that a good kicking stance?
Yeah.
Because your weight is right in the middle. So now this green line shows where your weight is when you're like that. So let's do a few more and think about that. So let me show you what that looks like with my body. So remember that triangle? That's my legs, and my head is right here in the middle. So when I step, my legs come together, and then my foot is farther that way than my head. So if I do it wrong, it's going to look like this, where my weight comes all onto this foot. Does that make sense?
Oh wait, I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
In the picture you showed, where are the hands supposed to be?
Oh, your hands don't matter, so I cut them off. It's easier to think. So all I wanted you guys to look at was where your head is and where your feet are. But that's a very good question, sir. All right, so let's try a few more of those and see if you can keep your head right in the middle. So end up here, not here. All right, ready, go. And see if we can go a little faster this time. So we're going to step as fast as we can. Try to keep your head in the middle. Ready, go. 1. And back. 2, and back, 3, and back, 4, and back.
Try to keep your hands up. Do you see
And
how Rowan's got his hands up to protect himself?
Yeah, have enough brain space, keep your hands up. That's great. Now let's try stepping with your other foot. Do 5 more. Ready, kicking stance. And step. Back, 1, step. Back, 2, step. Back, 3, step. 4, step. 5, good job. All right, so those were your steps. And now we're gonna move on and look at switches. So switches, our cue for this is switch your feet. When we say switch your feet, all you have to do is that. So the important part here is that you're not just leaving your hips forward and switching your feet. You're actually switching your hips. So my hips point this way, and then when I switch, my hips point all the way that way. So let's try that a few times together. Ready, kicking stance. And switch. And switch. 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 2 more. 1 and 2. Very good. All right. So now we're going to try this a different way. So watch my feet. If I leave my feet this wide the whole time, watch what happens. Is that fast or is that a big slow turn? It's a lot slower, right? Try it like that. So leave your feet wide. Spin all the way around. Switch. Switch. Good job. All right, so remember when we did the steps? We started here. We brought our feet really close together and then spread them back out. Now we're going to try that with our switch. So instead of going here in the air and landing, we're going to bring our feet close and down, close and down, close and down. So your legs go from here to here, back to here. Let's try that. Switches, keeping your feet close together while you're switching. Ready, switch, and switch, and switch, switch, and a little bit faster, switch, 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 switch. Good job. All right, now we're going to try not only switching, but switching and advancing forward a little bit. So I'm going to start here. If I just switch, I stay in the same spot. But what if I switch and come forward a little bit? And then switch and come forward a little bit. Switch forward, switch forward. So do that and see if you can inch across your space while you're switching. Let's try a kicking stance. And switch, jump forward, switch, jump forward, switch, jump forward, switch, jump forward, and now try backwards. Switch and scoot back a little. Switch, scoot back, switch, scoot back, switch, scoot back. All right, let's try that one more time. Forwards, 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 and back. Switch, 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 switch. Good job. Now let's try going as far forward as you can with one switch. So it might look like this. So you're actually jumping. So my foot starts here and it ends up all the way in front. Let's try that a few times. Ready? Big switch and jump forward. Ready? Go. And back. Go. Forward. Back. And switch sides. Forward. And back. Forward. Back. One more. Forward. And back. Nice job. All right, we got one more to do. This one's kind of just for fun. So we're going to start here, and you're going to jump up in the air and switch, and then switch again before you come down. So you're going to try to do a 360. So it's going to look like this. Down, jump, spin, and land in a good kicking stance. Try it. See if you can do it. Kicking stance, and jump, switch, all the way around twice. Good job. Try again. Jump. Switch. Nice. And try the other way. Jump. Switch. Ooh, that side's not as good. Ready, jump. Switch. So just the same as the steps. With this one, I don't want to leave my feet wide. I don't want to go like this because it's too slow to turn around. I want to bring my feet in and turn around here and then bring them back out. So that's going to look more like this. Come up, make a pencil shape, spin, and then come out. That's how all your kicks work. You want to be pencil shaped and then spread out at the end. So let's try that one once. One more kicking stance, jump, tuck your legs in, and come back out to land. Ready, jump, spin, land, and jump, spin, land. Other direction, jump, spin, land. Ready, jump. Good job.
For this class, we're going to be focusing on appas. So we've been doing our steps and doing footwork. We're now mainly focusing on defense for the next 3 weeks. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing that step back that we just did with instructor Owen, and then we're kicking forward as a counter. So what I want you to do is I want you to look forward wherever it is. It could be going this way, it could be towards the camera. You're going to have your hands up, and what you're going to do is you're going to take a step back, and then counter with a round kick immediately after you step. So step, kick, hands back up. Step, kick, hands back up. All right? So let us do that. We're going to do that first. Let's do 10. Ready? And hana. Step back. Aya. Dual. Po. Set. Aya. Net. Aya. Toss it. Po. Yas it. You go. Get in. And hop. And yo. Pow! All right, switch feet. Other foot, other side. Again, we're doing this with our front foot. Our front foot steps back, and then we immediately throw it forward as a counter round kick, all right? 10 of them. Ready? Hana. Dual. Set. Net. Dasu. Good. Yasu. Aya. You go. Aya. You're done. Aya. And hop. Aya. And yo. Aya. Good. Again. When we're doing this kick and we're stepping back, our back foot is pivoting to get back in our kicking stance facing this way. And then when we kick, it also turns. So if your foot stays planted, it's going to be hard to do that. It's always going to be holding you behind. So make sure it follows the way your belt is turning. So if my belt or your belly button is facing one way, once you do the kick, your feet and your upper body should all be facing the same way. Feet follow the body. So step back, round kick. Good. So next part for the appa. Again, if we're in that space and we want to kick faster, maybe stepping back all the way is too slow to get a kick, and your opening to kick them is somewhere in between. So for appa, Hojin front leg round kick, it looks like this. Pa! So it's almost like you're sliding off to the side a little bit, opening up your hips, and then turning over, pivoting on that foot, and hitting with that round kick with the front foot. All right? So instead of stepping back all the way, we're going to do this in steps. I want to step, if we are on a clock right now, so if we are standing in the center of a clock, 12 is in front of us, 3 is to the side, 9 is to that side, and 6 is behind us. All right? So when we were doing that thing before, we stepped back to 6, and then we kicked and put it back down at 12. Now we're going to split the difference. So some of you, this is a new kick, so we're going to go in steps. People who already know this kick, just go with it. All right? So kicking stance, we're now going to go to 3 o'clock. So my right foot is forward, right foot. I'm going to go out to 3, and then bring it back up, kick, and put it down at 12. All right? So back forward, foot at 12, foot to 3, foot to 12, kick, and put it down at 12. Good. So wherever you're facing, it's like you're opening up your body and then kicking. Again, I'm going to tell you why opening up your body like that in this position is bad later, but for the purpose of the kick, we're just going to do it like this, all right? So kicking stance, my right foot is forward. Kia, aya. We're doing 10. Ready? Hana. Step out to 3. Kick. Put it back down at 12. Good. Dual. Aya. And set. 3, 12. Down at 12. Good. Net. Aya. Pasut. Aya. Yasut. Aya. Good. Go. Aya. You're done. Aya. Hop. Aya. And yo. Aya. Good. So another thing, when I'm doing this, when I step out to 3, what does my back foot do? It turns a little bit. And then when I kick, it turns back to where it was originally. So don't let that back foot stay planted. Let it flow with your body. Where your hips go, your feet follow. Okay? So let's switch, other side. Left foot forward. Our front foot is doing the moving. So we're going from 12 to 10. 10 o'clock, all right? No, sorry, not 10 o'clock. We're going to do 9. So let's go all the way to 9. So quarter of a pie, all right? Arms up, ready, hana. 9 o'clock, kick, put it down. Again, my back foot is pivoting. Again, dual, 9, 12, down. Good, set. Aya. Again, I'm still having my hands up, looking forward. Net. Aya. Dasut. Aya. Yasut. Aya. You go. Step out. Aya. You're done. Aya. Yeah. Aya. And yo. Aya. Good. All right, everybody chitty up. So, the reason why, so this stepping back all the way to 6 is too long. We want to have more times because maybe our opening is before then. Sometimes if you go to 3 o'clock, that's still too long of stepping back. You want to cut the difference in between that. Because also, if you're square like this, as I was saying earlier, if you're square, your balance is open as much as I can. For Taekwondo sparring, we're always like this. We almost look like a sliver. But if we open up, there's more to hit. Also, this is a very bad position so that if someone who knew how to throw you to the ground and we bring some mixed martial arts in, they could definitely counter you or put you into some hold and throw you to the ground and grapple you really quickly. All right? So we want to keep one foot in front of each other, but we don't want to go quarter. We want to do about an eighth. All right? And if we're doing an eighth, we are focusing on bringing our foot to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So I have my right foot forward, and instead of stepping on it like a button, like we've been doing for the 3, we're sliding. We're sliding out there, and then I'm pushing off the ground and having my back foot pivot. So slide, pivot, kick, down. So my whole body slides and turns, and then I turn again and kick. So my whole body pivots and kicks. All right? I open up my hips by bringing it to 2, and then I kick, put it back down at 12. That is called the Aqua Kick, and it's a quick kick. So if someone's coming, you just go, pow! Also, a good thing about this kick is it can be a defensive kick. So you can want to do the Aqua, but then maybe they moved away, so now you have your leg up, and you could get closer if you want. It's also good at blocking. You can do leg checks from here. So having good front leg control and speed is important. All right, enough talking. Let's do 10. Ready? Slide to 1 or 2. Hana. Aya. Good. Dual. Aya. Open up your hips like that. Dual. Set. Aya. Net. Aya. Tasut. Aya. Yasut. Here we go. Aya. You're done. Aya. Hop. And yo. Awesome job, everybody. Let's switch feet. Left leg forward now. We are going now to 10 o'clock. If you can do it at 11 o'clock, try 11 o'clock. All right, instead of an 8th, make it a 16th. So, again, we are sliding out. My back foot is also pivoting with my body. I'm opening my hips, and then I turn and pivot on that foot again and hit. Just like that, all right? Aqua kick, hold your front leg round kick. So, ready? 10, hana, slide kick, back down at 12, hands up. Dual, aya.
Good, guys.
Set, aya. Good, net, aya. Tasse, aya. You go, aya. You're done. Aya. Hop. Aya. And yo. Aya. Good. Hands up. Everybody chitty up. And kunye. Well done. That is the Aqua kick. All right, another thing is that once you get really used to this movement, you can really have it be almost like you're doing the chubby checker twist. Some of you don't know that, but it's pretty much you're spinning on the balls of your feet like this, all right? So if you know that, if you just swing your body back and forth, that's the kind of motion you want it to be when you do that kick. It's almost like you're painting circles. Watch this, everybody. So I'm going around, kick, around, kick, around, kick. So it's almost like a motion going in a full circle. Around, kick, around, kick. See if you can get the speed up over time to do that by pivoting and getting that like that, all right? So everybody thumbs up. Does everybody get that kick? Appa? All right, we're gonna do a speed round. So we're gonna try doing it fast. So see if you can do, instead of doing the 2 o'clock, can you do 1 or can you do 11? I'm having my right leg forward, all right? Let's try to do 10. Ready? Hana, aya, dual, aya, set, net, tasse, yasse, you go, you're done. You hop, yo, good, and switch feet, aya. Very good, everybody. Hana, dual, set, net, tasse, yasse, you go, you're done. Hey, hop, yo. Well done, all right. Work on that kick. We're gonna be working on it all week. And then next week, we're gonna be working on another fun kick called the Patachugi, which is another retreating defensive kick. But this week, again, Appa, it's a very good counter. It's very good for quick points. So if you get the speed on that, it's gonna be a very, very helpful kick. All right, everybody chitty up. And kunye, well done. We're now gonna turn it over to Instructor Owen for our next workout.
For stretching, we're going to look at one of my favorite stretching sequences. So to start, spread your feet out wide like this, and then take your toes, pick them up, and turn them to one side. And then put your hands on your hips. Hips as far as you can this way. And you can even try to look over your shoulder and look back towards your foot. And then here you're going to push that hip forward and see if you can feel a stretch in the front of your hip right here. It's called your hip flexor. Good job. And now pick your toes up, turn your toes to the other side, and twist your hips to the other side. Push your other front hip forward, feeling that stretch on the front of your leg. And we'll switch 2 more times. Switch back to the right. And back to the left. Good job. All right, so now we're going to continue that theme, but we're going to come down lower into a snake stance. So keep one leg straight, bend one leg, and then push your hips down, and you can put your hands on your hips again and turn. Stretch that same thing with your leg even lower. And now we're gonna switch. So straighten your hips back out, stay down, and switch to snake stance on the other side. And then twist your hips, push that hip forward and down. And switch again, straighten your left leg, bend your right knee more, push into your hip. And switch, straighten your right leg, twist your shoulders to the left. Good job. So now we're going to switch again and bring your hands down on the ground in front of you and see if you can get even lower. Excuse me. And now here, walk your hands over to the left. Stretch the other side. You can put your elbow inside of your knee and use that to push your knee out. Push your other hip forward. And switch again. Push your knee out, push your hip forward. Now see if you can take one hand up and put it behind you. And take the other hand up and put it behind you. See how that changes where you feel the stretch. And then switch out of that, bring one hand forward, other hand forward, switch sides. One hand back behind, other hand behind. Move your hip around, see if you can make that stretch move to different parts of your hip. Find where it's tight and work on that. Hands back in front. Switch sides again. Now on this one, watch my toes on this side. I'm gonna curl that foot up, point it towards the ceiling, and then I'm gonna push my heel down into the ground. Feel a nice stretch on the back of my leg on my hamstring. And we'll switch and come out of that. So bring your toes back down to the ground, hands back to the ground, push over, walk your hands to the other side, roll your toes up to the ceiling, and lean and push your heel down into the ground. Get a good hamstring stretch. And bring your toes back to the ground, switch sides again. Lift your toe up. Push your heel down. And now we're going to do something different. We're going to take this knee and lean this knee forward. Yeah, let me give you a little more light. See if that's better. So you're here on your foot with your heel up, your heel down, toes up. Bring your knee forward. Put your knee on the ground. And then you can roll your toes forward and slide this knee out like you're doing the splits. Keep weight in your hands. Move your stretch around. And switch. Come out of that one, hands on the ground, switch sides. Push your heel down. And push your knee down on your standing leg. Slide your knee out. And rock your hips forward. Good job. All right, go ahead and have a seat and spread your legs out like this. And then take your hands, put them behind you, let your feet flop over to that side, and twist your spine as far as you can and look in the direction you're twisting. Take a few deep breaths here. Unwind, cartwheel your hands to the other side, reach behind you and twist. Look into the twist and take a few breaths.
Just do your best, guys.
Good job, and unwind. And let's come have a seat and do our meditation. All right, cross your legs. Rest your hands on your knees or your lap. Stretch your spine up nice and tall. Relax your eyes closed. And take a few deep breaths here. Just go ahead and Feel the weight of your body sitting on the ground. Notice if there's any physical sensations associated with breathing that you notice. Adyayan, put the toy down, please. Thank you, sir. So start bringing your attention and your focus to your breath. Make sure you're keeping your eyes closed. Every time you breathe in, remember to stretch your spine up big and tall. Every time you breathe out, let your shoulders relax a little more. Let your face relax a little more. See if you can count your breath. Notice how many seconds it takes to breathe in and how many seconds it takes to breathe out. See if you can slow your breath down a little bit. All right, good job, everyone. Thank you for meditating with me. Thanks for working so hard in class today. Let's go ahead and stand up and bow out. So face the front, Chariot, and Kunye.